Hey, it's Brock here with Rock Hill Farms, and today we're going to use the tractor to move some firewood. I've accumulated a bunch of piles of firewood. I've got downed trees. Some of these biggest ones are over my lift capacity. Can't even move them with the tractor. I can drag them, but I can't lift them. And they're going to end up being saw logs. But I need to start getting that sorted out because this should be a road right here getting around to the back side of the Quonset hut. I've got the grapple put on. I'm going to tell you, I see a lot of discussions online about what's the best grapple for a compact tractor, and it seems like Artillian doesn't get brought up enough. And the only thing I can think of is people haven't seen it enough, because I've used a lot of different brands and stuff, and I've not seen a better build quality on anything than this Artillian system. The pallet forks, snowplow, grapple, stump bucket, all being interchangeable on this one frame, and just the way it's machined and the way it's built is phenomenal. So if you're in the market for a grapple, this isn't the cheapest thing on the market, but I really think you're getting a lot for what you pay. I've already moved a couple of the biggest logs. Moving this pile is kind of treacherous. I don't know how well you can tell, but we're on a pretty steep grade this way. I've got a recently dug spot behind it. It's kind of hard to get behind it. It's kind of hard to get on that other side because this whole area needs cleaned up. So I'm kind of coming in at a funky angle and lifting near my lift capacity. So luckily I've got a tremendous amount of ballast, including a 1,000-pound stump grinder today. So hopefully I don't flip the thing over. Anyway, let's get some of this moved. It's cold out here, but it's not frigid. I don't know, maybe 40 degrees. So I don't always put the doors on at this temperature, but if I'm going to be out here a while, it's probably worth it. Put the doors on so quick, it takes about 1.5 minutes, so might as well. Oh yeah, I didn't get it perfectly centered. I'm gonna get the stump grinder down to keep the weight being on this slope. Got something blocking the road here. In this shot right here, I picked up one large round, but was having trouble getting a second round because there were long logs run across the bigger chunks, and I'm trying to separate the rounds from the longer logs. So I came over here and dropped it next to another round so I could get more of a full load. The Artillian Grapple system has that long bottom jaw that you can really shove under your material to get a grip on it, but the top jaw doesn't close down real tight. So, if anything, that's probably the biggest weakness for this design. And for most things I do, like a big brush pile or picking up these rounds, that works great. But for individual skinny logs like this, it can actually be kind of hard to get a hold of them. So in this case, I had to move the two logs closer to each other, and then I accidentally picked a round up with them. And the purpose of what I'm doing today is to sort these logs from the rounds. So I'm creating two new piles where I'm going to be splitting this, one for the big rounds and one for the thinner material. In this case specifically, it would have been faster to drag these two logs out by hand, line them up with each other, and then just grab them in one shot. Now what we have is more just big piles of rounds, and for the most part I can just drive into the pile and I'll end up with at least 2 rounds in the grapple. As I talk about the strengths and the weaknesses of this exact design of grapple, the strong point is that it does exceptionally well at picking up multiple objects like logs or rocks that are different sizes, because the two grapples can articulate independently. I also find it to be really good for separating rock out of dirt, because you can go in and pick up a scoop of dirt and kind of shake the dirt out of it, and you'll be left with the rocks, if they are good size rocks. If the slats on the bottom of the grapple were just a little bit closer together, you could use this grapple like a skeleton bucket to really sift your finer material and your larger material. So I've thought about adding some slats to the bottom just for that purpose. Normally I would have tried to sort this material better when we cut the tree down, but we actually rented a mini excavator to clear the site for the Quonset hut and to do the pond expansion. And I had 7 days to do that. So when it came to moving this material out of the way, we just shoved it over here and went on to the next thing. If you like this kind of content, hit that thumbs up button and leave me a comment. It really helps the channel grow. Hey, I appreciate you taking time to watch this video. I'll put links right over here to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.